Turn-based RPGs are one of the oldest genres in the medium of video games and have come in just about every style and subject matter you could want. Even if you think there's a gap in the genre that needs to be filled, it's never been easier to do it yourself with a variety of tools and resources available to anyone. Some game engines don't even require programming knowledge, meaning that those with a casual interest in game design don't have to learn an entirely new skill set to dip their toe into the medium. I mention this as today's games were both created using these very tools. Small Saga by Daria Nogany was created using the web browser game engine Construct, and Super Lesbian Animal RPG by Ponit was made in RPG Maker VX. Both are traditional turn-based RPGs with 4 set party members. Both are very charming, funny games with great music, and both star anthropomorphized animal characters that are very gay. I selected these for a double feature because if you like one, you will probably enjoy the other. Though they occupy the same niche, they do have very different tones, settings, and themes. SLA is about being in your early 20s, figuring out what to do with your life, and the importance of communication in a relationship. Small Saga is about rage-fueled vengeance and punching fascist squirrels. I highly recommend both games, and the links to their store pages are in the description below if you feel like checking them out after the video.
Pilgrim, the world stretches yonder, full of romance and wonder, full of heartbreak and splendor. Go, and may no foe surround you, feral titans not hound you, may no peril confound you.
Small Saga takes place in the grimdark dystopia of modern-day London. Unbeknownst to the human population, rodents have evolved and formed their own society with various kingdoms, placing it somewhere between the secretive Nim and Redwall. You play as Verm, a mouse seeking vengeance for the death of his brother at the hand of the Yellow God. As he ventures in search for answers, he gets swept up in the affairs of the different kingdoms, all the while reluctantly accruing party members that assist him on his journey. There's Siobhan, the rambunctious small princess who wields the power of fire.
It's wizard time, motherfucker! Fireball!
Bruce, the homosexual harlequin and acting bard. Fun fact, his pet name means paw in Russian. And Grin, the rough and rowdy red-cloaked rat who's not Freya from FF9. On their journey, they will battle titans, overthrow dictators, and save the kingdom of Rodinia. While all this sounds like a grand adventure, the game is actually a very dense, digestible 11 hours long for a full playthrough. Really lives up to the name, Small Saga. Honestly, the whole game does feel like a book from a children's adventure series, but age forward just enough to appeal to adults. It's clear, varied, to the point, and it feels good to see the villains get their comeuppance. It's a game that respects my time. I know this because there are no random battles. Each encounter is bespoke, and Verm even has unique dialogue for almost every one. It's literally impossible to grind, as the game is very linear and encounters are finite. Not that you would need to grind, as this game doesn't have a difficulty curve so much as a single point on a graph labeled Story Mode. Your party is made of some heavy hitters, and their health is fully replenished after every battle. Games that are too easy tend to lose my interest, but here the super tight pacing and spectacle of it all means that I hardly care. I'd say this game is an easy crowd pleaser, something you could recommend to people who don't game often just as easily as an indie-obsessed sicko. Small Saga is available on Steam and itch.io for $20 USD. Super Lesbian Animal role-playing game is exactly the words I just said. It's a game where you play the role of an animal that's a lesbian, and I'll be damned if it isn't super. I can comfortably say that this is probably one of my favorite games. I like it quite a bit. 1,000 years ago, a goddess came to the planet of Reverie and bestowed the gift of magic to its beastfolk inhabitants. Time passed, technology advanced, yet we're still worried about the economy and boomers. You play as Melody, a trans woman who is as hopelessly lost in life as she is madly in love with her girlfriend Alice. When Alice decides to join an adventurer's guild to fight monsters and hunt for treasure, Melody takes the role of paladin to be by her side. While she may be unsure of her new powers, Jody will be there to cheer her on every step of the way. A knight so athletic and encouraging, I'm surprised she isn't selling me Frosted Flakes. The leader of this amateur guild is Claire, the reckless witch who may have accidentally released a malicious cosmic entity upon the world. SLA is a very silly game populated by a wide cast of characters and an even wider variety of monsters. Combat is very enjoyable. Alice, the fighter of the game, has a fun system of directional attacks to experiment with. Claire can buff party members and deal elemental damage, and Melody and Jody are the healer and tank respectively. Performing actions associated with each character builds star meter to unleash stronger skills. And on top of that, there's also a series of spell books members can wield for even more abilities. It's a solid combat system, which is good because the game is surprisingly long with a full playthrough lasting 20 hours. Thankfully, the game's writing makes the runtime worth it. Can't stress how delightful and funny this game is. Characters bounce off each other, visual gags land, and running into new absurd enemies never failed to put a smile on my face. It's also a very personal game at times. Behind the bright colors and fun designs, these are fleshed out characters with worries and vulnerabilities. They question their place in the world and even their own relationships. There's real heart in this game, and it saddens me a little that some may dismiss it because they saw the title and the color pink. It's a quality game that I've enjoyed more than some higher profile RPGs and think more people should try it. Super Lesbian Animal RPG is $15 USD on Steam and itch.io. I wanted to talk about these games because they are some of my favorites and play off each other well, as they take wildly different approaches to similar topics. I can't recommend these games enough, and ideally you'll play both, but if you're here for the queer, you'll have a better day with SLA. If you want to punch a fascist in the face, Small Saga is more your pace. The former appeals to the part of my brain that likes weird things, the latter appeals to the part of my brain that likes cool things. Both appeal to my heart for their earnest creative expression. Links to these games on all storefronts are in the description below. If you purchase and play them, please be sure to leave a review to help out the devs even further. I adore indie games, and while I can't possibly play all of them, I love seeing what smaller devs are putting out. If you know of any games you think would appeal to the same audience as the ones discussed today, please leave it in the comments below. It's hard to get noticed, but word of mouth can be a powerful tool to pull a title from obscurity. Every little bit helps, and I'm sure the devs would appreciate it too.